Hey everyone, it's Trish from Dish Kitty Studio, and I am back with my weekly update video. One thing I want to show you is I actually just did this moments ago. I added these circles. I was out shopping with my husband today, and he likes to do model kits and stuff like that. So he wanted to stop by the hobby store and see what kind of kits they had and all that kind of stuff, and get his supplies that he needs. So while I was in there wandering around waiting for him, I found this little rack with all these little paints that they had on clearance. It was like buy 5 jars for $5. And these are usually like $3.50 a piece. So I was like, oh, hey, that's cool. And these are actually enamel paints. I don't even know what that is or how to use it, but I thought, oh, I love paint. I love colors. And some of these are so pretty. Look at that one. It's like a shimmery purple. This is the bright neon yellow, which is obviously what I used here. So I don't even know how long this one's kind of a weird color. It looks like a kind of like grayish khaki type of color, but the name of the color is Brawn Violet. Brawn Violet, whatever that means. I don't know. I think it needs to be stirred up for sure. And then this one is called Rot, which I also thought was a little strange. The sample in the store looked a little bit more red, so I think they definitely need to be shaken up more. And this one is called Piping Pink. It's real pretty, just like a really soft pastel-y pink color. Anyway, I just got those to mess around with, and I decided I'd stick them on here. And then I realized, oh wait, I have no idea how long these things take to dry, and I was trying to make a video. Actually, they feel pretty dry. Oh, and look how shiny they are. That's kind of a nice... That's nice. I do like the sheen. Interesting. Anyways, I just got those to play with because I thought they were kind of cool. So, and then of course I just tried them out here in the last 3 minutes. Anyways, let's dive right into my my weekly book. I'm pretty sure this is where I left off. I hope that's right. Snow and snow shoveling. Here's me feeling sick and laying in bed. This day I got a haircut, and I got it cut much shorter on the sides, but it's still kind of long on the top, and it's pretty cute. It can be really spiky, or it can be, like a little bit more conservative, and it's cute. So far I really like it. This day I did some more boxing with my heavy bag, and I managed to box for 15 solid minutes, which up until this point, I think I've only been able to manage 10, so that was a pretty big deal. It is hard. It's real hard, but boy is it fun, and you can take out all your frustration and your aggression and everything. I'm loving it. It's really fun. This is a boggle board. I have like a little problem with playing boggle on my phone, so I wasted way too much time that day playing with boggle. This is can you see that shiny? I use my shimmer paints. So it's supposed to be a can of beer. It says VP because the beer is a vanilla porter. I think I told you guys last week when I did the update that it's beer week in my town. So one of my buddies actually owns a company where he puts beer in cans. So he had an event this last Friday night, and he was actually canning beer at the brewery live, so you got to kind of see, and I've seen it before a couple of times, but it's really cool, and I wanted to go and support him, so I drew a picture of the can. And also, I don't know if you can see this text here, but I wrote this, oops, yeah, see, I never can figure out. I wrote this text with my dip pen. I don't use my dip pen very much, and I don't know why, because I love the effect where some of the letters are much darker and some are much lighter, and I don't know, I just think it's cool. This is one day here, last Saturday. It was my husband's 40th birthday. So we had his very best friend's birthday is the day before his, and they both turned 40 just within those 2 days. So we had a big party at his friend's house. There was about 75 people there. It was so much fun. Some people we haven't seen in a very long time, and kind of some groups of friends that even if we do see them here and there, we rarely see them all at once together. So it was a really, really fun time. My buddy busted out his old Nintendo, and we played Tetris. so much fun. Like you would have thought these people have never seen Tetris. We had a great time. It was so much fun. Also, in the morning on Saturday before the party, and my buddy that has the business canning beer, he had another event. It was called the Kentucky Derby. So it was actually, you had to go in the week before and pick up the empty beer can and the axle and the wheels, and then you built your can. And then this last Saturday was actually the big race. I did not do a can car for the race, but I wanted to go and kind of see how it all worked out and, you know, support my buddy. And it was at a local brewery who I really enjoy their beer, and I know the owner, he's a great guy, so I wanted to support both businesses. And it was really fun also. It was a cool event. Okay. This is the day after the party, so I had leftover cake and coffee for breakfast, and we were exhausted because we were up really late and such a busy day the day before, so we just really lounged around and enjoyed our leftovers. I had lunch that Monday with my good friend Miranda. She just had a baby. Her baby's only 6 weeks old this week. And so I went over to her place and had lunch and got to hold her sweet little baby, and it was really fun. So I drew a picture of Miranda and her little baby. This was just I just wrote the word update and I colored it in with colored pencils, and this was really about work stuff more than anything. Now we're up to Wednesday. I think this is all I have drawn, yeah. On Wednesday night, my husband and I, after we finished working, we had dinner and we sat down and watched The Empire Strikes Back. So this is my little cartoony version of the Wampa from the beginning of the movie that kidnaps Luke and hangs him upside down and tries to eat him. So I thought he turned out really cute, but I haven't done any writing on this page yet. So the other thing that I wanted to show you guys, let me get this thing out of here. I came up with a new folder for my sketch project, just because this one really, I think it's gonna work out better. It has pockets here, but then there's these like smaller pockets too. So I think it'll just hold a lot more. There's several of these, and then of course there's pockets on both sides, see? So I think this will it'll be easier to hold all the, because I'm gonna have 365 drawings, right? And I apologize, you guys, I have no idea where we left off, so I'm just going to kind of go into this here. There's a pair, I think I showed you guys these, the snowflake, little cute girl with the bow. I mean, I'm holding these all upside down too. This is a bird, and this one was really fun. I did it with my markers, my Sharpies, and my, whatever these are, Prismacolor markers. I don't use markers a ton, but this was actually real fun. Little mushroom, just a little fun little doodle that day. I think this one turned out really cute. Cute little koala bear. Let me hold these up closer so you guys can get a better look. This is the one I drew on my husband's birthday, so that's a little picture of him with his party hat on, turning 40. Just a cute little fox. I did him in watercolor. I think he turned out cute. This one I did with one of my fountain pens. I think it turned out nice too. Now this one I used a prompt for, and the prompt was draw a lollipop calling her mom on her sugar phone. I don't know what a sugar phone is, but it was fun to draw, but I was like, a sugar phone? What does that mean? This is just a little self-portrait I did because, you know, I got my hair cut, so I thought, oh, let me draw myself with my new hair. Just some little flower doodle I did in watercolor, and I don't even know where this paper came from. It's like it's like copy paper, it feels like, but then it's this weird, like, kind of grayish tan color on one side, but then white on the other. I don't even know where it came from, but I thought, oh, let's try this. And boy, it did not like watercolor at all. I don't know if you can see, like, the watercolor just sort of like pooled up on the top. It took forever to dry. It was really weird. Here is just let me move that one out of the way, so this is just a little piece of garlic I did with colored pencil, just a little quick doodle. And then this one is from today, and it was a little more mixed media. Her hair is acrylic, outlined in Sharpie, or I think a big marker. and then watercolor for her face. I used tempera paint around the outside, and then I wrote some text around her with my dip pen. So just kind of a little bit of everything here. And that's it for that. I think that's about all I've got this time around. Well, here, I guess I'll show you, I do have a couple of new things here in my, this is my like art journal. I don't know what you guys have seen and what you haven't. This is just sort of, you know, whatever, catch-all book. Like, you know, like here, I don't know if you can see the texture on this, but this was just like some old used pieces of wet wipes that I just kind of like stretched out, and then I, you know, kind of stuck them to the page and painted over them and put gesso over them and just kind of to see what would happen. So this is a lot of experimenting here, but I think this turned out kind of interesting. I think it would be much cooler with brighter colors. Like these colors just make it look kind of dirty, so it's not, but it was an interesting experiment. This was just some doodles and a little drawing of a girl. This, I actually took some of my like watercolor crayons and stuff and kind of just like shredded bits of them, and then I spritzed it with water and used my heat gun. I was trying to see if I could sort of get, and you can see there is a lot of texture there and it's kind of interesting, but it's not exactly what I was going for. But again, this whole book is really just me messing around. This is just some watercolors on top of, I don't know, maybe gesso or tempera paint or something. Just a tree with some collage and stuff. Just a couple little drawings here. This is gelatos with I think a watercolor background. Another tree. I have a thing about trees. I like trees. Trees and circles, you know, that's basically my whole brand, my whole style. This is just a little doodle I did. I think probably watercolor. I'm not even sure. And here I was just kind of messing around with dark and very bright colors. You know, there's not much real exciting, or, and this is probably just some leftover paint that I slapped on. Same here. I don't want to waste paint, so I try to at least get a background going. But that's about it. That's all I got in here too. This is like an old, this book came from, was like the book they give you at this science symposium thing that someplace I used to work. I don't know, whatever. So that's it. That's it for now. I hope you guys are having a great week. I did finally hit 100 subscribers last week, so, or this week I think. I'm not sure. It was recent. I do have a giveaway, so watch out for that video coming up very soon, probably within the next few days. And thanks for watching, and have a great week.